This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. We are at one of the most famous venues in all of golf. It is the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. You know it well, the famous Island 17th. Rich Slurter alongside Frank Nobilo, and it has really grown in stature through the years, hasn't it, Frank?
It has. I think people have got to know the venue, the various holes, and actually on that subject, 17, which you've already just referenced. Remember, this is the one hole on this golf course that was designed by not Pete, but his wife Alice. They'd designed 17 holes, but they needed one more, and they tried to fit one in between 16 and 18. And Pete Dye, when he was talking to his wife, said, "I'm stuck." And his wife said, "Why not just put one out there, a little island green?" Pete Dye said it would never work. Well, in this situation, Alice was right.
Alice, a great player in her own right, an amateur champion. This is the home not only to the Players' Championship, but also headquarters to the PGA Tour. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
On the green. And a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Settles in over the putt. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Lining this one up for par. Even par early on. A nice scoring opportunity here. 532-yard par 5 second hole, Frank. Considered one of the easier holes on the golf course. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you can just cut this in half. 532 yards divided by 2. Really, it's 2 tee shots over 260 yards. For these guys, nothing more than a 3 or a 4 wood. And that's why all you need off the tee is just a 3 wood with a little draw.
You disappointed if you don't make 4 here?
Not disappointed, but obviously you lose at least half a shot on the field. Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good part. This is where the good player separates himself from the rest.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Good-looking shot right here. Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision. But, well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here. I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Locked in on the read and the speed. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Martin Kaymer for birdie. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just a couple of feet. So a drop shot right there, and now at 1 over par for the day. Nudge this one home, finish it up. And so just getting started, even par so far. Frank, a nice mix of holes to start. So here we go with a par 3 at the third.
Very narrow at the front of the screen, and that bunker too, you don't actually see it off the tee, the back left bunker, and it sneaks into that left side. So if that flag is on the left, just be careful.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate, but then I guess you're allowed that in this game. Oh, that's off the beaten track. You got 5 minutes to find it.
Second shot now for Martin Kaymer. And he's made the green. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough.
Even par currently.
On the way. Go ahead and do that. What a putt. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. Frank, how difficult is it to access the hole location if you miss the fairway here at 4?
Well, if you miss it left, I've got to say the lesser of two evils is to be in the bunker on the right.
Headed for the bunker? Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Well, he'd like to have that one back in the bunker.
Still a chance to get it up and down.
Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, I just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot. Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
Flagstick 150 yards away. Martin Kaymer turned in one of the great 2-month stretches of golf in recent history. He went wire to wire to win at the Players, the TPC Sawgrass, and then a month later won the U.S. Open at Pinehurst by 8 shots, runaway fashion. It was just a sensational display. And the computer dials this one up at 26 feet. In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under. Shouldn't be a problem here. One over for the day. Frank, the golf course toughens up right here at the long par 4 fifth.
Yeah, when you play it off the back tee, 470 yards, it's nearly 320 yards to that last bunker down the left side. That really has to be in the back of your mind. The ideal tee shot, little left to right.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. That one ends up in the rough.
Oh, that went sideways.
This is position A, right in the fairway, and 180 yards to go.
Oh, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
That was a little over-ambitious.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. And he's made it onto the green now. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
It doesn't go in, you got to add another one to the scorecard.
And that's where the golf ball's just staring at you and
Oh, yeah.
mocking you and laughing at you.
You know deep down it's smiling too, don't you?
Bradley, trying to get out of here unscathed, needs this for par. Yeah, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
He needs this for bogey. So, 2 over par for the round. Just a little tap in here. So a drop shot. Frank, you don't want to get too cute with that second shot here at the 6th.
I remember many a time, Rich, when they put the flag right of center. You try and hit a little bit too close, those palm trees all of a sudden come into play. Hits one of those, that ball can go anywhere.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Frank, really no problem. High-level players don't mind a fairway bunker.
Yeah, good clean lie. Just a nice swing there, guaranteed a clean contact. That lip shouldn't be a problem. Still fly that ball all the way to the green.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, now the second shot here at hole number 6.
Yeah, not overly long, but be very aware of these palm trees that are short. Many a shot's caught those trees coming into this green.
A little shaky behind the wheel today, Frank.
Shaky? Maybe put both hands on it?
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
You know how to play this shot, Frank, right? You keep your chin up, you look down your nose at the ball, you have to pick it cleanly, and keep your head still. You see that kind of work from the bunker, you think of the greats like Seve Ballesteros and Gary Player, the best bunker players of all time. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Still even par for the day. Frank's 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. How do you break this one down?
Not overly long, 440 yards, but once again, it's a tee shot. If you're driving the ball well, that's fine. You just sort of blister it down there, but you're starting to lose one a little bit to the right. There's 3 pop bunkers there, and of course, if you're fearful of it going left, there's the canal all the way down the left side that'll get your attention.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Keegan Bradley ready to go with his approach.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
That will be a great look at birdie. Strategically, Frank, how do you like to play this hole?
You've got to be aware of where you don't want to go. That front right bunker is probably the easiest bunker shot on this hole, but there's a little pop bunker on the left. That one there, always difficult to get it up and down.
This would give him a big momentum boost. Birdie putt for Keegan Bradley. Oh, I thought he had that. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking him for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Good putt, and now 1 under par. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Here we are at the 8th at Pete Dye's famed stadium course at the TPC Sawgrass. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, this is a hole that I really like.
And players do too, Rich, especially off that back tee where it must be about 80 yards of shoot that you go through before the hole actually starts to open up. And this green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting surface.
Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. You know, the fairways aren't that narrow today.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. In the thick stuff.
Thick, it's brutal out there.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants to do over there.
Settles in over the putt. All right, no damage done. Stays at 1 over par with that putt. So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5 ninth?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2, but you can make an absolute mess here at 9. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
Ooh, looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through.
Second shot.
is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Frank, when you think layup shot on a par 5, you think it's easy. This isn't necessarily that simple, is it?
Well, you've got to keep the ball to the right. Otherwise, those overhanging limbs on those trees on the left, they become havoc.
Well, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Watkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man. Kaymer trying to put that free-flowing putting stroke to good use. Has this for birdie. Has the putt, and now at -1. And getting ready for the putt. It is in the hole for a birdie. Getting set now for the back 9 here at TPC Sawgrass. Frank, what should we expect?
Well, there's a good run of holes. 10, obviously very birdieable. 11th, the par 5. 12th, a short par 4. A good chance to get this round really going.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
All right, Frank, now the approach here at number 10. What's the right way to play it?
Just avoid that bunker on the right and don't go too long and left. Over the back left is not an easy up and down.
Just a pure strike and a perfect result. We'll have a good look at birdie now. Second shot now for Keegan Bradley. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Man,
I just pushed it.
boy, that hurts. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. -1 for the day. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Now to the 11th, par 5.
Good tee shot, and then you certainly think about hitting a hybrid or a lofted fairway wood into this green that's really narrow, one of the narrowest on the golf course. There's a little pot bunker left of this green when you go for 2 that often swallows up that second shot if it's a little bit too conservative. But there's a lake there. Seen more than one ball splash in the pond over the years.
Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Second from an excellent lie.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
This has no chance of finding the fairway. This is turning left. Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, 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 rough.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left, and he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision, but, well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here.
Oh, get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Well, Frank, this is something we've seen more and more of in recent years, players just on the fringe.
Yeah, it's good to see. It shows he's thinking. You don't just have to grab the lob wedge, and that's it. I mean, hybrid, putt, you name it, whatever works.
And he's made it onto the green now. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
It's a good-looking putt right here. You might like it.
You know, normally you'd be happy to take 2 from there. What's one going to feel like? Great putt.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Nice par to remain 1 under. Up to the 12th, Frank, and a good birdie chance here.
Yeah, good old links, short par 4. This green really divides itself into about 3 sections. There's a little piece to the right, piece short left, and the one at back left. So as long as you know where the flag is, just push that ball into the section where it is. You get up there, you're only going to have 10 or 15 feet left for birdie.
Good news is, Frank, you can see the golf ball. I guess the bad news is that's kind of an uncertain lie in that mulch.
Yeah, there's nothing really good about that. You'd rather it be in the rough.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, what's the best way to get at the golf ball when it's sitting down just a bit in the rough?
You have to accept the fact first and foremost that you're not going to get clean contact. So you have to decide whether the ball's going to come out short or it's going to fly. Because very rarely will it come out the normal distance of what you hit on the fairway. So if it's a little thin and wispy, chances are it might fly. If it's nestled down, you're going to have to take at least another club.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Early part of this second 9 and a good approach shot. And now, pretty good chance for birdie. Third shot. Keegan Bradley. Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it. Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back. He didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. Kaymer trying to run another one in. This is for birdie. Bang! Has it. Shouldn't be a problem here. So with that, 1 over par. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13, par 3, is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer, and also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. This has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch a ball roll all over this green and actually find the cup for the odd ace. Off the flight path again.
Frank, way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. Seen him play before. Normally much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure.
He'll need to be strong with this. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole.
Second shot.
This is a 9-footer. Solid effort and reasonable result to stay at 1 over par. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Drops for a par. Frank, the 14th hole. A lot has happened here over the years.
I think it's the litmus test on the back nine. That's where things really start to heat up. It looks like a straightforward tee shot, but often the eyes wander to that water down the left side. And of course, if you think about that, you invariably fire the ball towards the right, where those hillocks and thick rough is, and virtually no chance of reaching the par 4 and 2. I'm loving that balance.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Headed for the bunker? Well, he'd like to have that one back in the bunker.
Still a chance to get it up and down.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know, it might just go in.
Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Martin Kaymer, 2014 U.S. Open champion, has this one for par. No doubt about that one. That was struck with confidence and getting ready for the putt. Okay, has it and stays at 1 over par. Just before we get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, 15 requires all of your attention, doesn't it, Frank?
Personally, I think this is the prettiest hole on the golf course, Rich. I've actually often gone back there and taken pictures. Just a gentle dogleg to the right. You come out of the chute. Seems to be a generous fairway. You just get a little view of the bunker down the right side, but virtually there's no lip there, so that's not a concern. The green, all sorts of weird and wonderful waves on it, well protected by a big bunker on the left, and there's two little pot bunkers out on the right that, well, if you're first time around, you might notice.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Second shot from 200. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Frank, what's the key on this approach here at the 15th?
Well, knowing exactly where that pin placement is, Rich, there's mounding, there's that little gut out of the right side of the screen. If you miss your mark here, that ball can easily finish 30 or 40 feet away.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
And the computer dials this one up at 26 feet. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
And he's putting for birdie now. And with that putt, he moves to 3 under. So they'll tap in. So 2 over par for the round. And if you're a couple of shots behind on Sunday, that final round, you're thinking about 3, and that's possible, isn't it?
Well, history's shown it has, Rich. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
In the water. Too bad. This now the fourth shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. This is a par attempt for Kaymer. Three under on the day. Through the years, Frank, there have been 6 aces here at 17.
But it's hard to imagine that the last one was back in 2002 by none other than the most interesting man in the game and probably the most interesting par 3 in the game.
Frank, we've all been there. You hit one in the water, you're down. How do you regroup?
You've got to start from scratch again. Everybody's going to hit bad shots. That's just the nature of the game. But compounding mistakes, that's the problem that you want to avoid.
So this will be the third shot after taking the drop with the ball going in the water. Not too unhappy with that, Frank, at 17 feet.
No, from that distance, it's more than good. It's no snack, though. Oh, good roll, good putt.
Shouldn't be a problem here. That's the idea. Just knock it in. Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes and the job isn't done yet. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
So dropped the shot after ending up with the water on that recent miscue. Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water.
Well, that's a smart shot. A lot of people would have tried to be a little more heroic from there, but there was no need.
Back on the fairway, back in play. Good looking shot right here. That was well done, and now a very short putt to get out of here with a bogey.
Well, it could be a lot worse, that's for sure. 5 minutes ago.
Settles in over the putt. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
So a bogey putt now for Keegan Bradley. And that'll be a 75 on the day. Just a couple of feet. Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. Frank, just some great golf here today.
Yeah, that's a round to remember. Not often you play that well and you feel like you were head and shoulders above the rest of the field.
What a thrill to watch. And for Frank Novello and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long.